Let us examine these P6 prelim questions which appear in a school's paper in 2019. It says that the diagram shows system Z, which is able to extract water from the air and is used in areas where it is hot and the soil conditions is dry. So first of all, as a student or candidate taking the examinations, we look at the diagram. So from here, we can see that air is being drawn in to this chamber and then is being channeled downwards towards this copper pipe B. And as it travels further down, the air is being condensed into water droplets and is being collected at a tank here. And then it says that water is drawn up pipe C. So there's a pipe C there to be transported to roots of plants. So for this sort of questions, for some students, they may not be able to visualize what is happening here. So as a passionate educator, I've looked through the internet and found a very interesting and creative way of obtaining water from dry or arid areas. So this is what I would do. I would screen share with them to help them to have a better understanding of how this system works. So now I'm going to show them uh, this video clip, which I will share screen with them shortly to this. Okay, so now I do a repeat of what is happening here to highlight to them. This device actually is called a Water Seer. It can produce clean drinking water out of thin air, as we can see here. So 6 feet is about 3 meters underground. And it says here that the sites are cooled by surrounding soil. Because the soil is underground, it's away from the heat from the sunlight. So it's at a lower temperature. Because in part A or B of the questions, they will ask you to compare the temperature of the soil and the surrounding air. And because of the lower temperature of the surrounding soil, the water vapor from the air will lose heat and condense into water. And you can see above ground, there's a pump. It's able to pump up the potable water. Potable means it is clean enough for consumption. It's quite amazing. One of such device can collect up to 11 gallons. So 1 gallon is about 4.5 liters. So if you multiply 11 by 4.5 is about 50 liters per day, just from one device. So with 12 devices, you can multiply. That is quite a significant amount of water because one is 50 liters, 10 it will be 500 liters of water a day. So we have 12 here. You can teach them to do some simple mathematics. So as you can see, this is the African continent, the largest continent in the world. Many places have shortage of water. So by installing such device, it can actually improve the living standards and quality of life for the people there. So this is one way we can use an existing YouTube video to help students appreciate the questions that appears in PSLE. So we can see in question A, right? They say system Z works well when it's buried underground. What does this tell us about the temperature underground compared to the air above ground? So from here, we can easily answer by saying that the temperature underground is lower than the temperature of the air above ground. And then we can see this actually appears in this school's paper. I've modified the drawing and the questions. And just now, the video we can actually extract from this link. You can free screen and then copy this and then to revisit the video, or can use my video as a teaching resource. And then based on the information above, explain how system Z is able to collect water. So for this question, right, you need to state the part where the water vapor above the ground, right, is being cooled by the, if you look here, is by the what? The inner surface of the copper pipe. Because copper is a metal, is a good conductor of heat. And the temperature of the soil, right, is at a lower temperature. So the warmer water vapor can lose heat to the cooler inner surface of the copper pipe and condense into tiny water droplets, which is being collected at the collection tank. So I hope that you can benefit from this training. And this part is talk about copper strips. So the copper strips, you can see they are made in this manner to increase the exposed surface area. So I've already given you the hint to answer part C. Explain how the presence of copper strip helps speed up the rate of collection. So you can talk about the increased exposed surface area so that more water vapor can be condensed, resulting in more water droplets being formed. And part D is the application questions. It says that with the use of System Z, farmers can grow crops even in dry areas. What does this tell you about the water vapor in the air? So we can conclude that because usually we thought that in dry areas, desert, there's very little water vapor, so it's no use. But this has been proven that even in very dry areas, the water vapor in the air can be captured by this device. So we can see that even in dry areas, there is water vapor present in the air. Okay, so I welcome you to consider joining One Academy to experience this realistic learning that you can appreciate things around you and also answer the questions effectively. So thank you for your kind attention.